Back to the channel, everybody. One of my absolute favorite, you should already know this, one of my absolute favorite bank coins is Quant Network. And it's for reasons like this. You see, when they're working with someone, they're usually working with a supervisory entity that has all of these other connections, all these branches, all of these subsidiaries, It just goes on and on. They're very, very smart at Quant Network about their partnerships. So one of the more frequent collaborators, or there's like two of them in 2023, that Quant Network has been working with that always gets me excited every single time, especially if you understand quant technology. First of all, let's just get it out of the way. There's only 14 million quant. That's it. There's less quant than there is Bitcoin. So let's put that to the side for a moment. That also gets me excited. But when they started changing their technology to guarantee that if anyone uses quant technologies, they have to use the QNT token. Now, I know what some people are going to say, wait, they can use fiat also, but when they put the fiat into the system, Quant Network itself converts that fiat into QNT to guarantee that QNT is always going to be in flow whenever the time comes, and they kick off all of these different CBDC projects. Who knows when that's going to be? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but I just know that mechanism can be very powerful, especially if you combine that together with the possibility of staking quant in the future. However, they had like a special terminology that they used for that, and they only spoke about it a few times, but it's something that is definitely possible in the future. So we'll see how that works out. But if you combine those together, that's pretty powerful. Like I said, I enjoy quant. Somebody may hate quant. I know there's a lot of people that don't like quant. They believe it's a stable coin and such like that. To each his own. You get what I'm saying? I'm not here to convince anybody. Let's get into this little bit of information here, right? I just wanted to lay the foundation first. Now, Quant was a frequent collaborator with the Bank of England as well as the Bank for International Settlements. It's very interesting because the BIS is showing people who they're choosing. They're showing. They've been frequently collaborating with Quant. They've worked with Stellar a number of times, issued their green bond on Stellar. So you have Stellar there. Numerous times worked with Ripple and XRP, XRPL, right? Numerous times. Like I said, there's no guarantee for the future, but I mean, that's pretty solid in my humble opinion. They're picking. The world powers have literally shown the people who they're choosing. The chains, the DLTs, however you want to phrase it, they're showing who they're choosing for the future when there's absolute clarity. And what's going to happen with absolute clarity, they're going to eliminate most of crypto. There's no way around it. That's why they keep that verbiage in their language, where they're always like, whoa, crypto is rife with fraud and illicit activity. Who do you think they're talking about? All those pump and dumps and memes? Just my humble opinion, they're going to eliminate them one day. But let's get back to Quant, right? Let's circle back around. Frequent collaborators with the Bank for International Settlements, as well as the Bank of England. Now, we'll talk about the BIS another time as far as how deep they go with Quant Network. But let's just talk about the Bank of England right now, because they're powerful. Like I said, I take that collaboration as seriously as I do the Nexi SIA Chain, SIA Partners connection, with all of those supervised entities. But let's get into this here. Now, with the Bank of England, what's interesting there, in my humble opinion, right? And which, by the way, if you like this kind of content, you like these early videos, or you like this type of information here, please smash that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and join the family. Now, this is from the Bank of England official website. Now, it says here, there's a section titled Prudential Regulation. It says the Bank of England prudentially regulates and supervises financial services firms through the Prudential Regulation Authority, the PRA. Look a little deeper into that, right? Now, one has to ask themselves, how many financial entities does the Bank of England have power over? Because if they have influence, if they're the regulator, they say what goes, and we're all waiting on regulations, it would be logical that they might recommend or might bring clarity to a company and a technology like Quant Network that they themselves are frequently working with. Is that not logical? I think that's pretty logical. I think that's reasonable. Let me not say logical. I think that's reasonable, right? I think that's feasible. They would recommend and bring clarity to and open the doorways, the floodgates to a company that they've been frequently collaborating with. This could go somewhere. But wait. Let me give you a little bit more information here, okay? Because we're going to go to another part of the Bank of England's official website. And it says this. I love that they give this clarity. It says, which firms does the PRA regulate? Now, this is why it's important. This is why the bank coins, whether it's Quant, Ripple, Stellar, have been trying their best to buddy up with and go shoulder to shoulder with these regulatory entities, these governments, as much as they can, because they know that if they want to be first in line when it comes to recommendations or clarity, regulations, any of that stuff, that's going to come in handy. Having those friends, quote unquote, business relationships is going to come in handy as we're rapidly moving towards clarity across the board, right? And then it looks like 2024 could be a big year for that. But which firms does the PRA regulate? It says here, we don't have to go into specifics, although they probably will down this page. It says the Prudential Regulation Authority regulates around 1,500 banks. So you mean to tell me in that regulation, do you not believe when it comes to distributed ledger technologies that their constant collaborator Quant is not at the forefront of their minds? If those banks come to the PRA, Prudential Regulatory Authority, and they say, hey, listen, we want to work with some distributed ledger technologies. We want to work with some crypto, or, well, let me not say crypto because Quant is not exactly a crypto, right? It sort of transcends that. But you get what I'm saying. Hey, we want to work with some of this new technology. Who do you recommend? Who's on that list? Give us a list of who has clarity, who is okay to work with. Quant is going to be on that list, in my humble opinion, for 1,500 banks. 1,500. I mean, listen, you could disagree. Maybe you could say this is a reach. Listen, you have your own thoughts. I'm just sharing mine. That's all. But that's powerful to have that connection to the Bank of England, who is the Prudential Regulatory Authority that regulates around 1,500 banks, and you're buddy with them. They trust you with their capital, with their CBDC projects. It says building societies. It says, regulates around 1,500 banks. They have more. 1,500 banks, building societies, credit unions, insurers, and major investment firms. Then they even give you a list. We might have to come back, folks. I don't want to make the morning video. I don't want to make the morning news too long. Okay. Once again, smash that like button, please. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm not asking for much. But we may come back and look at that list here. They're giving us a lot on this page. I like it. I'm very excited about Quant. I'm trying not to say too much, I'm just a humble researcher. You get too excited, then, you start to say a little too much. But the future looks extremely bright for Quant. So now let's move on here, because I want to close out with a little bit of Solana news, another bank coin, a company. I know I'm saying bank coin now, but that's because they're rapidly becoming that. What do you want me to say? Chainlink and Solana, as they rapidly move into working with a lot of different financial companies, they're coming in. They're embracing that bank coin nature. I told you, if you want that big money, you got to become a bank coin. Chainlink is the Chainlink, Solana. Anyway, Solana. I'm very excited about Solana into the future. This article is titled, Solana now boasts more than 2,500 monthly active developers. Now, don't get me wrong. We saw some good gains recently. And of course, a lot of things in the market have gone up and gone down. A lot of things have gone down. There's a lot of reasons for that. A lot of reasons. People are going to take profit. That's number one. Number two, 10-year yield did go up a little bit. Now, it's been fluctuating a little bit now. But at that time, it was pressing on 4%. Keep that in mind. So when those yields go up on the treasuries, then you get a little bit of liquidity drain. You should already know that, right? People here on this channel, they know that. We're very wise here. So, I mean, there's so many things going on. Then the whole ETF thing, there's a lot of Bitcoin ETF burnout for people. So, they're not sure if it's going to get approved. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe something's happened today and I don't even know about that yet. I haven't read all the news, right? But there's some burnout there. So people took profit, a lot of profits. You see Bitcoin going up and down, up and down. That also affects the market, right? When you're starting to have more of a bearish sentiment. Although people are still fired up, it's a bearish sentiment as far as them taking profit, not playing any games. I get that. I understand that. So things are going to go down. Like, Bitcoin moved the market as well. There's a lot of factors. But long term, and that's what I wanted to get to. Long term, oh man, Solana is a mover and a shaker. Like, I think a lot of people are going to be staking a lot of Solana in the future. Just my humble opinion. That's going to be a game changer also. Because listen, institutions, banks, businesses, big and small, I think there's going to be a frenzy of staking going on of a lot of different assets. It's going to be a game changer in the future, much different than how it is when the markets are controlled by retail. All right. Way different. Much more stability, in my humble opinion. It says here, Solana Foundation notched a 50% increase in developer retention on the network over the last 3 months. It says the Solana ecosystem now touts more than 2,500 monthly active developers. That is a lot. Good job, Solana. Keep doing good, please. It says according to recent data from the Solana Foundation in a January 9th report that assessed key network metrics throughout 2023, Solana claimed that its network had maintained somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 monthly active developers over the last year. Quote, sustaining a consistent amount of developers is an important indicator of a healthy ecosystem. I agree with that. And it'll bring a lot of capital. If they're successful to any degree, that adds to the capital flowing across your chain, the use of your chain, the popularity of your chain. I mean, it's great in every possible way, in my humble opinion. It says, as it showcases the ecosystem's ability to attract and retain new talent, unquote. It said, while also noting that the measurement only accounts for developers contributing in public repositories. It says here, however, data from the Electric Capital's blockchain development tracker developer report shows that as of October 1st, 2023, Solana's developer count was only 946, falling from all-time high of 2,634 on December 22nd, 2022. It says here, developer report cites data from GitHub to produce data points concerning blockchain developer activity. Listen, looks like things are going very, very well, in my humble opinion, for Solana. That's consistently growing, consistently bringing in new eyes. You see a lot of these big timers talking about Solana. That's also very good. So as of right now, things are looking very, very good for Solana. You know what? I probably should have done some Chainlink news, maybe in the morning times. You guys let me know. What do you want to hear about in the morning times? What do you like? What kind of cryptos, what bank coins do you like the most right now? Because I don't know unless I ask, right? But I'm thinking maybe I like Quant. I feel good with the Quant. There's a lot of information to go over when it comes to Quant. A lot of information to go over with Solana, Chainlink. Oh, man, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's very bullish, in my humble opinion, for crypto into the future. It really is. I hope other people see that. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well and having a great day. Few days out of the week, I'll try to squeeze in some morning news. If people really like the morning news, like I said, click that like button. It lets me know if people like that style of video, that style of thumbnail, if they like that time frame, or else I won't know. So anyway, you all have a fantastic day. I'll see you in the evening. We're coming back with the regular XRP, XLM news, gold, silver, all of that usual stuff. All right. So I'll see you then. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, folks, let's get to the money.